Now watch. Yeah. You're now loud and clear, buddy. Yeah. You're now loud and clear, buddy. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Oh, fuck. Smash the shit out of that. I'm just a sucker for pain. I wanna chain you up. I'm just for pain. Alright. More importantly, I'll do this, bam, and then a little bit of bam. I'm just a sucker for pain. I wanna chain you up. Should we react to? No. TikTok time traveler situation is crazy.
It's freaking me out. I thought you said it didn't look that bad. I was lying. It's terrible.
On October 5th.
You've got about an hour.
You all know I'm not a big believer in the paranormal. All that hocus pocus and all that mumbo jumbo about ghosts and goblins and ghouls and gnomes and Santa Claus. It's all a bunch of hooey. The only metaphysical conundrum
Santa
that I
Claus?
believe
What the hell
in
does Santa
is the
do?
mystery of why I'm stuck at 5'6". But aside from that, not much else. Though today we're going to be talking about something that's got me scratching at my chinny chin chin here in curiosity, because
5'6"?
there's a TikTok time traveler who made a few predictions, and they actually kind of blew up on TikTok. So much so that we had someone come out to the warehouse about 2.5 weeks ago to help fix the air conditioning that was broken. And before leaving, he mentioned to Matt that we need to make sure that we really hunker down, board everything up, and prepare for a Category 6 hurricane that was blowing in about 2 weeks. And Matt was stunned. So Matt sat there like he had just been hit with a fucking flashbang and tear gas at the same time. His brain literally blue screened upon hearing this. A Category 6 is not real. That's never... Category 5 is the highest it goes. So this goes above and beyond. It's going fucking plus ultra. And this guy is claiming that there's one on the way, even though there was no information about that anywhere. So Matt poked a little bit to see where he got it from. And he said a time traveler on TikTok said it. And that's when the light bulb went off in Matt's head. Eureka. He knew it was time to take this seriously now. There was a lot of weight behind this claim. So this is the video that was floating around and actually gaining a lot of steam online. Yes, I am a real time traveler. Here are all of the events to come in the final months of 2023, September. This isn't unusual for TikTok. Every single goofball with a phone likes to pretend that there's some kind of time traveler giving us warnings, and they just make like a ton of fucking outrageous claims. And this one said on September 4th, the first ever Category 6 hurricane occurs. It runs up almost the entire US East Coast, but it mainly affects Florida and both the Carolinas. Now, when Matt told me, I had already told him I knew that, because I am very in touch with the goofy shit that happens online. I had actually already made fun of this video on stream as well. When Matt told me about this, I giggled quite hard and nearly spit up on myself. I still can't believe that real human beings in the real world will see some shit like that on TikTok and not give an iota of thought to it, and never even have the idea that it could be a lie cross their mind. This is a complete stranger on TikTok claiming to be a time traveler, making outrageous claims, and then some people just pog out to it and take it at face value, believing it. Like,
I don't even know
holy
what
shit,
pog means,
a
to be
Category
honest,
6 is
chat.
rolling in, we gotta get fucking prepped. John Titor on TikTok said so. John Connor, Johnny Silverhand, the TikTok time traveler, this
Damn, I
asshole
popped
said
my
a Category
arm.
6 is coming, so it must be true. It's amazing. But The reason that I mentioned this was 2 weeks ago is because fast forward to now, and we had Hurricane Lee forming, and it was a very quick Category 5 and only getting stronger, threatening the East Coast. And a couple days ago, Matt told me,
So was it ever a Category
Charles,
6?
if this turns out to be right, we're going to feel real fucking silly for making fun of this. He tried to warn us, but we didn't believe him. And I was actually starting to panic a little bit, thinking the universe around me was crumbling. My understanding of this very dimension we inhabit was starting to be called into question here. Maybe this was the one asshole telling the truth and is somehow an actual time traveler trying to get the message across.
Hurricane season?
And I spit on it. But then it turns out, no, he was completely wrong. He not only predicted the wrong date, but he made like 5 other predictions that are just ridiculous. And also, Hurricane Lee has lost most of its strength. It's still a Category 3 hurricane as of right now. And it's also not going to Florida like the time traveler predicted. I also want to show you the other predictions they made in the same video. They said on September 10th, 20 people are chosen to see the afterlife, to know what it is like when you pass. What does that even mean? Does God hold some kind of reality show competition to choose 20 people to take a peek at heaven? Like, what is this, a deal or no deal situation? 20 people get to take a vacation to the afterlife?
Yeah.
Do they come back? Because if not, this is just 20 people dying. And if that's the case, the bigger news on September 10th would have been that only 20 people in the world died. Because I've got news for the time traveler here. There's far more than 20 people seeing what the afterlife is like every single day. So this one, I just don't fucking understand at all.
True.
They then say, this makes the entire population to focus on finding a way to live much longer, as less than 5% are happy after. So I guess whatever time that this guy traveled from, they lost the ability to write in proper syntax. This is broken. I can't even deduce what the claim is. So after 20 people
JB using big words, he's trying to throw me off. Ain't gonna get me though.
Less than 5% are happy after, and the population focuses on ways to live longer? You mean like what they're doing every single day? Science is constantly striving for ways for people to live longer. And that's without the 20 chosen afterlife spectators. And again, do the people that go to the afterlife come back to tell us about it? Like, what the fuck? Now, the next one is still upcoming, so this one still remains to be seen. But on September 18th, they claim that an invisible wall is put down to surround Mexico and Guatemala. It was put there by a hostile alien species to try and weaken us when they attack. Why? Why would they be putting an invisible wall there? Did they just play a ton of Starfield and see how effective invisible walls were or something? And if they have that kind of technology, why not just put an invisible wall around like pretty much everywhere? Cut everyone off. And also, why even use that in the first place? They also just fucking attack. If they're here, they'll probably beat our ass in an all-out war. The final claim from the time traveler for
First off, if they had technology for an invisible fucking wall to put around 2 whole countries, I think they already got the upper hand. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I think they won. This is their war now.
September of 2023 is on September 23rd, a Spirit Airlines plane crashes in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It actually went through a wormhole where it is 2 seconds to them, 6 years to us, and they return in 2029. Call me crazy, but I highly doubt that last one's happening. But who knows? It still remains to be seen. I really think that this was probably made by a team.
That video wasn't as gas as I thought it was gonna be. Is this him?
Keep it quilted means you keep it the best. 3 layers of plush comfort you can see and feel.
Ass slapping is the best.
The best parts of your life deserve the best. So don't settle for anything less.
Ass
Keep it
slapping
quilted with
is the
Quilted
best,
Northern.
best sport.
Find Peter
No,
Parker.
me.
What's the thing on his hand?
Find Peter Parker.
I was an extra in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. I know, no autographs. I'm just a normal person like all of you. I put my pants on 1 nipple at a time and wipe my ass crack after a hard shit with both hands. But I figured I'd go into detail about this. I've talked about it on the official podcast a little bit, but I've never really dove into what it meant to be the world's most spit-on extra. When it comes to being a useless extra in a movie, I'm the cream of the crop. I'm the cream supreme. Does that mean that I'm the best actor in the entire world of acting?
in a
I like
show?
to think so, but on paper, no, absolutely.
You're here to fight
Where the fuck is he at?
with us?
I am. I will.
Here I played just a helping hand, some goofy goober who had no clue what he was doing but was supposed to be caring for a burn victim. They gave me a slight line to read. I guess it wasn't supposed to be like a SAG type line, SAG being Screen Actors Guild, where you need to see him in the final cut here. But anyway, I was on a mission to solidify a spot in the final cut of this movie, so I was doing everything necessary.
What?
No holds barred. If I had to start rimming people, I'd start rimming them. If I had to start flipping tables and wet willying bitches, I was gonna do it. I was getting into this fucking movie's final cut, no matter what. So what I would do is I would chase around the action in my designated area. So the elderly man that had... When this kid right here, the kid who says, "Are you here to fight? Are you going to fight with this Katniss?" I was originally positioned where this one girl's head is poking out. That was supposed to be me. But my plan was, I knew this kid was going to be in the movie no matter what, because he's an actual actor. They paid him to do these lines. So my plan was to sit up as straight as possible, as erect as I've ever been in my life. The world's most perfect posture. So that way my head would be at like his titty level. So every time they'd have his lines going, you would see me. You'd have to see me. Unless they were going to fucking pixelate me like a UFO documentary, you were going to see me. But what they ended up doing is they told me to switch with the person they ended up putting there, which is this person that's poking their head out, all very cautiously, just trying to avoid it. I was trying to get in it, they're trying to stay out of it. They changed me because I was blocking their shot. I was too intrusive, so they ended up putting me a little more ahead. That's not to say I didn't make the final cut, though. It was, at the end of the day, a mission success.
Hmm. Oh, that's kind of wild. But, you know, guys, it's probably gonna do it for me. Yeah. If you did watch this, you should stay around this long. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You're a trooper. But always, guys, peace.